Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal swiftly hit back, accusing Young of political grandstanding and dismissing his criticisms as baseless. Responding to questions from CNC3, Dr. Munilal said, quote, "We promise that the PNM and Stuart Young will be no part of the energy future." Economist and international relations expert Dr. Anthony Gonzalez said the OFAC authorization marks an important diplomatic opening. And an illegal quarrying operation in Tumpuna Road South was shut down following a raid at the site earlier yesterday. Officers from special police units led by Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara visited the area, arresting 15 people, ending operations at the site. Speaking with reporters at the scene, Guevara says the raid was the result of over a year's worth of intelligence gathering and surveillance, and warns that these illegal quarrying operations are closely tied to criminal organizations.
So yes, they are watchmen, and what they usually do is that they have persons stationed on the outside. As soon as they see police activity, they will call in. By the time we get here, everything is shut down. But we were smarter this time in how we operate, because we've been looking at them for the longest while.
Well, those were 6 a.m. news headlines. We'll have another news update at the top of the hour right here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network.
Morning Brew is brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong.
Yes, running into this very important day, Friday, the 10th of October. 2025. Jason Williams signing on. And yes, indeed, I'm here with you till 8 a.m. Today is the big day as we head to our favorite watering hole, or whether you watch it at home. Today at 6 p.m., of course, Trinidad and Tobago, we are away from home. We take on Bermuda. As you can see, yes, wearing the T-shirt to start the support from early, the official TTFA Trinidad and Tobago men's senior kit. This is the away kit, I believe, or the training kit. Nonetheless, whether it's red, whether it's black, whether it's white, we come out and we support later on, and it's a must-win. We will talk about it later for sure, but let's see what's happening via our front page. Yes, let's go through the news cycle and give you the latest for today, Friday, the 10th of October, 2025. Here's hoping you have yourself a fantastic day. So, Dragon license in hand. Attorney General John Jeremy shows a copy of the OFAC license given to TNT by the U.S. for the development of the Dragon gas field. This happened yesterday at a news conference. And while the AG there explaining all what's going on, certain details, he didn't go too deep into the intimate details, the real nitty-gritty, as they say. But for those who were saying, well, you know, there is no license, it was just talk. Because, I mean, up to yesterday, I put that question to Anthony Wilson. You're seeing a lot of talk all over the place as to the authenticity and the validity of the said deal. Of course, we saw a handshake with the Prime Minister and Marco Rubio when she was out there conducting business, of course, with the UN, and then she went across to Washington after. But now we could officially say the license is in hand. But with the license in hand, does this indicate that we will push or move ahead? Obviously, diplomacy, conversations with Venezuela must be ongoing. And I guess there must be that towing out, as it were, the cooling of the temperature. Because lots was said in the last couple of months. But, you know, these are big people. These are adults. And I trust that when they sit down on the table, at least, let's see if all involved will come out on top, because clearly the U.S. doesn't want Venezuela to benefit from their resource, which to me it's baffling. And then it seems like, from what we're hearing from certain energy experts and economists, that probably there are certain parameters within the license and the contract now that will favor the U.S. So I guess it's a win-win-win. If all goes well, Trinidad obviously would benefit. Well, the U.S. looking to get something out of this too, and, well, clearly Venezuela must be able to reap some kind of reward from their resource. It's only fair. But, you know, we wait and we see. But at least we could say via the Attorney General's declaration yesterday, a license is in hand. I guess only the weeks, months ahead, we will know, well, how far this can go and if we're back on track and the dragon could get to dance again, because you're hearing the dragon dead, the dragon could dance, and the dragon died again. This dragon just all over the place. So, again, that particular story on page 6, if you want to get some more details inside the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. Let's move to another story on the front page. Many saw this big plane yesterday and people started to get nervous. They say, oh gosh, what's going on? They figure equipment reach. This is some kind of indication of us getting involved in oh my goodness, the rumors and the talk was all over the place yesterday. Lo and behold, this U.S. military stopover was to retrieve the body of a naval officer who died in Trinidad recently. So this aircraft, massive aircraft, which from what I understand through contacts in the airport, is not something unusual. This kind of military stopover happens, I wouldn't say all the time, but it's not the first time. Massive craft from the U.S. with a touchdown in Piaco, you know, whether it's to refuel, whether it's to, you know, bring personnel on the ground. And this we're talking here, it's been going on, you know, months and years prior to this particular scenario yesterday. So no reason to get nervous, because I know with the unidentified low-flying craft, like in areas of Point Fortin and the southwestern peninsula during this week, people were getting a bit nervous. But we're looking at another development as it pertains to the U.S. and their, well, repositioning, as it were, in the southern Caribbean. They made a call to our neighbors up north, the Spice Island, Grenada. And it's a very interesting request. It's a request where the U.S. military, they're asking Grenada for permission for the temporary installation of radar equipment and technical personnel at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. So Grenada now, they'll have a decision to make. Now they say they're looking into it. And from the time you say you're looking into something, it seems to me more on the side of, well, okay, when and what day and when, and how much people you want to come in, as opposed to, well, you could say off the bat, no. So it's rather interesting, and this is to the month, for those who know their history, and I mean, I was too small to recall what happened back in '83, but I'm going through the notes and going back into the archives, and it's so ironic that it's around October of '83 that U.S. had boots on the ground to, well, invade, as it were, Grenada. That was the last time we saw any kind of real military intervention here in the southern Caribbean. Now, I was too small to understand the full parameters. Well, you kind of get to know the backstory as you get older, but as it pertains to the rest of the region and our I guess, interpretation of that particular move back in the early 80s, what was the support for Grenada? Did anybody stand up and get involved? You'll have to obviously keep in the loop regarding that when we open the lines next week. As a matter of fact, we'll probably get into that discussion after Monday, because Monday it's definitely budget day from 6 right down to 8 o'clock, at least with me. We're going to get into lots of budget discussions. We're going to crunch some of the numbers. Then later on, midday news with Bavita. She steps in to give some more perspective from 12:15 thereabout till after 1. Ryan Bechu steps in for the pre-budget analysis. Then from, well, after lunch, you know, that's normally budget time. We'll see if indeed the finance minister will stand for 3 hours. I doubt it. I anticipate a concise, to the point budget. We'll see in terms of the length. And if he got the, well, I don't want to say stamina. Who wants to give a budget for 3 hours? I mean, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and see what's happening. So after they deliver the budget, then they'll, of course, come with the 7 p.m. news. All right, that's happening, of course, as always, 7 to 7:30, actually, a shortened version of the news there with the team. Of course, Ria and of course, Jassy and Jean-Marc. And then from 7:30, Ryan steps in for the post-budget analysis with some major talking heads, lots of different people giving perspective, crunching the numbers and giving us the big takeaways. And, well, we will know. Certainly we will know on Monday what's the direction and what's the fiscal package for the next 12 months. Yeah, so let's see how things pan out with that. Come Monday, we'll be here starting our budget coverage from 6 a.m. We head to the back page on this Friday morning. York says, listen, time to deliver. Well, I mean, to me, I was looking for this delivery from day one, from jump against Curacao when we played that game at home. It didn't work out. We got 1 point. We went to Jamaica, lost 2-0. Scored 3 goals. All were ruled and deemed offside. You know, really unfortunate. I was there to see it live. This time around, like everyone, I'll be at home taking in this game, really, you know, hand clasped together and sending good energy to the team. As I mentioned yesterday, no disrespect to Bermuda, beautiful place, but I don't know them to be a football powerhouse. I think with our pedigree, our legacy, our experience, our players, many based overseas, we should have to me, I think we should have that little edge on Bermuda. I mean, many looking at Bermuda as the team to beat in the group. They, of course, know this, so they will come, obviously, organized. They could take a defensive stance and park the bus. We don't know what the strategy is going to be later. All we know is that after 90 minutes, when that final whistle blows tonight, we anticipate and really pray for a win, which will now put us on 4 points in the group and give us a fighting chance going ahead with the remaining 3 games. Remember, after Bermuda, we leave Bermuda tomorrow, head to Curacao, and then we tackle Curacao in the next World Cup qualifier early next week, which, again, very crucial, our last away game, and the remaining games will be home games, namely Jamaica, and then back with Bermuda for the final game. So it's a must-win, and again, we giving the senior men a full support all day. Spread the word, and let's send that good energy to Dwight York and his Chargers. If you want to read up on the team, it's on page 38 here via the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. And of course, on the back page, some under-20 action. That's the U.S. against Italy. Now, that particular tournament is heating up there in Chile. They're down to the business end of the under-20 World Cup. That's where lots of the emerging talent, the next superstars, that's more or less where the people find them, coaches, different clubs. You know, we wish them the very best. We're not part of it, obviously, but it's a great tournament. We head to the brief. Let's see what's happening on this Friday morning. That's a Second Star performing, A Taste of Culture. Yes, Second Star in full flight. This is for the Cultural Evening of Connection and Heritage at Salmon Estate in Sinclair on Tuesday. So he's performing alongside Adam Lorraine and Midnight Rubber. Yeah, man, good morning to Nesta Boxill, Second Star, doing his thing as always. And active service, Illuminate Lives, says Education Minister. Dr. Dowlat, he's there sitting and celebrating with some residents at the J.C. McDonald Home for the Aged in San Fernando. And good morning to the Minister and to all those prepping for Diwali 2025. We're going to have ourselves our Diwali special as per usual, and that's coming up as we brace ourselves for the Diwali holiday. Not this Monday here, the following Monday. We're going to have a long weekend next weekend. With that said, let's take the pause. Today's World Mental Health Day, and in keeping with the particular theme and the momentum of that very important occasion, we get into some discussions with our friends from the SWRHA and the Ministry of Health. World Mental Health Day, and of course, just their humanitarian emergencies, just the full talking points around this very important day. See you soon.
Get a loan at Bremont. The process is simple. Fast and efficient approvals. Receive funds within 24 hours once approved. And no penalty for early repayment. Located at 4 Gallant Street, Woodbrook. Remember, we like to lend.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance. But we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, Endeavor, Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon.
The detergent smells nice while washing, but when you use the new Downy Intense fabric softener, with its new multi-capsule fragrance, it releases an intense scent that lasts twice as long. With the new Downy Intense, you'll enjoy a rich and delightful fragrance that keeps you feeling fresh 24/7.
Join Pastor Gino Jennings for our second Trinidad and Tobago Holy Convocation at the Centerpoint Mall, Centrum Auditorium, 325 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, Trinidad. Services are Saturday, October 11th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, October 12th at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Again, Centerpoint Mall, 325 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, Trinidad. Saturday, October 11th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, October 12th at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. For information, call 267-989-9189.
Feeling off balance? Your body might be missing AMPK. It's your natural reset, regulating how your body stores fat and processes sugar. Berberine Plus activates AMPK, helping your cells use energy better, reduce fat, and keep sugar levels in check. Berberine Plus, now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
This is Mary. Mary has bills to pay and takes a chance parking in front of the building at the no parking sign. Mary returns to her car, and this is what happens. Mary decides to call when she's 5 minutes away to let her daughter know that she is close by. But Mary forgot one thing.
Second ticket for the day. I don't know, nah? I really don't know. Well, I tell you.
After 2 tickets, Mary just isn't paying attention to her speed.
You see a fixed penalty notice, fixing speed like 15 kilometers. After 30 years to pay, 15 years to contest.
It has showed how other people, look how other people passing. All they didn't see them. All they see me, right? All they too wicked.
Don't be like Mary. Obey the laws of the road. A message from the TTPS. Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are.
Well, indeed, a very important day today, the 10th of October, World Mental Health Day, and the global theme, a very important one. And I would imagine this theme was very strategic based on all the different uprisings and war and strife around the world, different conflicts in different parts, and even right here in the region, in our own, sometimes community, we go through that kind of crisis. But of course, there are greater perils going on globally. And the theme, mental health in humanitarian emergencies. A very important one, very important talking point. I want to welcome Director of Mental Health under the umbrella of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Hazel Othello. She's here with us yet again. Every year we get our link up. Great to see you. And your colleague, Dr. Ali Bash, clinical psychologist with the SWRHA. He's on the Zoom line. Dr. Bash, good morning to you.
Morning.
Fantastic. Great to see you. We're going to come across to Dr. Bash in a few. Let me ask you, Dr. Othello. This particular theme, I would imagine, based on what we're looking at globally, many look at the response as it pertains to nutrition and the overall well-being of a particular place. But, you know, I didn't really analyze and yes, it's very important, mental health as it pertains to crisis, post-traumatic stress disorder, and how people treat with trying to get back to a place of normalcy after the bombs and the guns and the killings stop. Could we even unpack this scenario here?
Thank you for the opportunity to share on this topic today. The unfortunate reality is that traditionally the response to humanitarian emergencies with regard to mental health has been an after-the-fact response. And globally, mental health service providers are working to change that. The World Health Organization has a subgroup called mental health and psychosocial support. And in different countries, there are technical working groups. In Trinidad and Tobago, we started a mental health and psychosocial support technical working group during the pandemic as our response, our mental health response to the pandemic, which was a humanitarian emergency. So that from that time, we began working in that area with more of a focus on, while during the pandemic it was a response, after the pandemic ended, our technical working group, we say TWG for short, our TWG continued meeting monthly so that we could anticipate and plan for future emergencies.
Yeah, indeed. I want to bring it home, and I probably want to bring Dr. Bash in now to give us some more concerning our own experience, our own perils. I mean, we have seen where many are desensitized to sometimes the violence we see in society. Folks rather sometimes take out their phone and record, or not even render assistance if someone is going through a particular moment. I don't know where we are as a country, Trinidad and Tobago, as it pertains to that reality. Walk us through it and just give us some perspective, Doc.
Okay, so the reality of it is that as a country, we still very much handled with stigma. So people are very less likely to speak so. What we need to do is observe our loved ones, our friends, family, see their behavior, judge it from their normal behavior. So you see an individual who is basically happy, sociable, eating on time, always on food, and then you observe them, you see they're not eating, they always have a self, isolated, sometimes they're crying. Here's when we take the initiative, go up to the individual and say, okay, can do these changes and help what's going on. Someone there's someone that you can. So I think in doing that, we have understood a little bit as to what mental health is and how we could prevent mental health illnesses between individuals.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Doc. Let me bring it back to you, Dr. Othello. I want to bring it to our experience here in Trinidad and Tobago, and especially when we look at certain issues somebody might present with bipolar disorder. And while trying to treat with that, we also, many of us as Trinbagonians, based on the Caribbean lifestyle and I guess the culture, people sometimes get to go to substances to suppress. And I could only imagine that could only further send someone into probably a tailspin. What's the conversation like in that regard, and what advice you want to tell folks out there who sometimes go to a substance to suppress what they're feeling or to numb any particular personal peril they're going through?
I would like to tell Trinidad and Tobago that using a substance to cope with a problem is never a solution. You may feel a little better for a little while, but in the long term, the problem is still there, the challenge is still there, and the problem is compounded often by the effects of the substance. And if you become addicted to that substance, that's a whole new set of problems that come into your life.
and all the social implications of that. If it's something that's costly to acquire, if it's something that's illegal, if it's something that impairs your judgment or impairs your ability to do what you need to do. So that it's always better to get help, to seek mental health support. And that's why the team is mental health support, you know, getting that support, access to care in emergencies, right? We have to, we need to always put the services in place, and that's what we've been doing, ensuring that the services are in place, but we're also trying to do more on the front of making people aware of the services, because you can have the best services in the world if people don't know how to access them. In good times, they would struggle, and in emergencies, it's only going to be worse. So that's why it's so important that people know how to access our services, and that services are easy to reach, right? That's why we have findcareTT.com, so that you could, on your phone, find it easily. We've since developed Teen Care TT, so that young people, because we found Find Care wasn't youth-centered enough. So we collaborated with young people and developed Teen Care TT. And in addition to that, we've also taken note of the fact that young people, they text all day. It's easier for them to text in a challenge than to make a call. That's what they live, that's what they do, that's their life. So we now have You Matter, a text line where young people can access support during those difficult moments and get the help that they need, which includes being redirected to substance abuse support if that's what they need.
How do we, or what advice you want to say to parents or to guardians or anyone who they love a family member or a friend, they want to help out, but the person is not as willing. There is that lack of willingness, as it were, to seek the help. What advice? How do we get someone? Because I guess seeking the help also must also be a personal experience. You must want the help. How do we help people get over the line?
That is so difficult sometimes, and there is no one easy solution. But it's important to support that person from the point of view of letting them know that you care and that you're there for them, and that as soon as they want help, you're going to make sure that they get that help. So you find the resources, you know what is available, you know how to get where the clinic is, how to get there, right? But unfortunately, we can't force them, right? Some people, find themselves in trouble with the law and find themselves pushed as a result of that towards getting help, but we want people to get help before that, and that's why the outreach is so important, right? And from the point of view of service providers, right? Or groups like NADAP, our National Agency for Prevention of Drug Abuse, they do a lot of outreach as well, so that people know what is available, so that when that person is ready, you can jump on it, because it's so difficult.
Multi-pronged, I would imagine.
Yes, it's difficult when that person is not yet ready.
Let me get some perspective here really quick from Dr. Bash, and I'll let you elaborate some more. The level of frustration we see on a daily basis, Doc, where folks are quick to anger, the kind of road rage, people ready to literally pick up arms when there's a disagreement. I mean, sometimes I wonder if people forget we're on an island. This is the Caribbean. I mean, foreigners think that, we all happy-go-lucky, but the reality of the day is that many people are frustrated, whether it be financial peril, emotional, whatever the case, and you see it and feel it out there. How could we get back to a place of calm, Doc?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the lack of open skills and mechanisms that we have. So it's easier, so like if something happens, right, it's easier to do something like that, rather than to actually do the stress that I can. Now, we are living in a society, and as the world evolves, society and stresses are going to continuously increase. So we as individuals now have to adapt and find certain mechanisms to deal with stresses that are placed on us on a daily basis. Whether it's in school, whether it's in work, whether it's at home, we need to differentiate between our stressors and how we deal with them accordingly. Now, there will be positive stressors, there will be negative stressors. The negative stressors are the ones that will actually overpower us, to act more irritable, angry, to change our entire mood and behavior. Positive stressors will kind of guide us more, push us more to actually get things done. On that note, there are positive and there are negative coping mechanisms. Negative ones are the ones that will suppress the issue for some time and then eventually make it loose. Positive ones are the ones now that we want to engage ourselves in. Engaging ourselves in those, we are able to manage our stress differently, control our behavior, and adapt to things as they come.
Indeed. Thanks a lot there, Doc, because again, you know, we even look at what's happening with the young people. Yes, their minds are developing, so I don't ever judge a youth. Yes, because we have camera phones, lots of what they do now, their bad behavior, it's recorded, so we're able to see it more. But it had fight in my time, and it had fight in your time.
That's right.
There was that fights with young people, right? But we're seeing even our girls now getting involved in a very vicious way, and people just are so quick to anger and ready to scramble someone. Is that? I mean, Doc now gave us the science behind it, but the Trinidad and Tobago experience, we all Trinis, we live here. You think with intervention we could turn it around at some point?
Yes, it is important to provide the interventions that those young people need to make sure that when they've begun to behave in that way, there are efforts to assist them. Yes, there has to be some measure of accountability so that they understand that this is not the best path forward. But then they have to learn how to do things differently. They have to learn how to respond differently to situations, right? And that's where the psychological interventions come in, right? The Student Supports Division has, school social workers and psychologists and so on who work with young people. And through the mental health services in the health sector, we also provide some interventions. But it's really important to not give up on young people and to work with them and support them. Because sometimes some of them start off in a really, we've all seen young people start off in a really bad place. And we've seen those who've risen above it and who have lived, really productive lives. So we really have to work with them.
Now, we can never give up on the youth. I always say that here, granted, yes, you hold them accountable if you cross the line, but we can't give up on them at all. As we look to wrap things up, any special plans in place for today? I know the SWRHA, well, Dr. Bash is there, but in terms of the RHAs, or just generally the Ministry of Health, any major engagements, activations happening today, guys?
Well, it's Paint the Town Green time again. All right. That's our national strategy for World Mental Health Day and for mental health advocacy. Right, and we continue to thank Caroline Ravello who brought that idea to us and help us start along that journey. In years past, we've done it in different communities, but now we're taking a more national approach to it.
Nice.
Right, so the ministry has written to all the RHAs and to stakeholders and asked them, everybody can do Paint the Town Green in their neck of the woods, wherever that is. Yeah. So at the ministry, we have some balloon art on every level. Today we have treats for staff, we have karaoke, we have Family Feud and other games, things to help our staff to just enjoy themselves and have some fun together.
Well said. Well, let me thank you, Dr. Bash, for the perspective this morning. All the best to you and your colleagues at the SWRHA. To you, Dr. Otello, thanks for coming on.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, and let's keep this conversation of mental health definitely in the public domain. Let's normalize the conversation and let's advance the agenda, as it were, with mental health here in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, keeping with the mental health topic, up next, we get you ready for the mental health beach cleanup. Everybody getting involved. And this is happening tomorrow at Small Boats, the Brandon Gunpad Foundation. They're involved in a major way. Full details after the break.
At Bagwansing's, Port of Spain and Chaguanas, we are committed to providing quality products for all major building projects. Let's build together with rebars and beams, BRC coils and mats, RHS and angles, roofing sheets and purlins, lumber, plywood and MDF. Bagwansing's, building homes, building communities, building TNT for over 60 years. Bagwansing's, Port of Spain and Chaguanas, building value every day.
Okay, I see you. Okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off, shake off. Let me see you rock off, rock off. Let me see you kick right, now kick left, now step forward, now step back. Lucozade, bring the energy.
Make your home shine this Diwali with big savings at Jima Home Furnishers. Get an amazing 30% off on all furniture, including sofas, dining room sets, beds, and much, much more. Celebrate the season with Jima Home Furnishers' unbeatable value and transform your home with comfort and style today. Where everything is on sale this Diwali. Visit any of our 3 locations, El Dorado, Kelly Village, or Couva, or give us a call at 235-4925, or visit our website at jimahomefurnishers.com.
Folks, take a look at all these medical conditions. What does it have in common? This, ITIS. But what does ITIS really mean?
The suffix itis denotes inflammation of a specified organ or tissue.
ITIS really means inflammation. How do we combat chronic inflammation? Through lifestyle changes. Then, and only then, make sure you're getting enough omega-3 fatty acids.
Always consult a qualified medical professional before starting any supplements.
Welcome.
Welcome Terry Ann Gunpat. She's here with me, the, of course, founder really of the Brandon Gunpat Foundation, in memory of her son, keeping his legacy, his name alive. And this is a great initiative because it's the mental health beach cleanup. It's happening tomorrow, matter of fact, at Small Boats. And Terry, I want to firstly say, before we get into details, kudos to your courage, to your strength, to the fact that you're using this foundation to keep Brandon's legacy, his name alive, and I'm sure that gives you a sense of purpose. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Tell us how long now the foundation has been up and going.
So since 2022, I opened the foundation, and I started it online.
Yes.
I started it as a TikTok account, and then I moved to all social media platforms.
So this particular engagement tomorrow, obviously everybody out and about. This is the first time you're going out, or you would have had, like last year, any kind of outdoor engagement?
This is actually our 3rd year of having this beach cleanup exercise. And this year it's a little more involved because this year we chose an area, a venue that is closer, I guess, to everyone. So we're having it at the Anchorage. We're stationed right there by the Anchorage Beach Club, and we're going to be cleaning along the coastline from Anchorage all the way up to Small Boats. So it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, indeed. So anybody, they need to work with their bags, or all that will be provided? All
the supplies will be provided. So we have garbage bags, we have trash pickers, we have gloves, and we have water and other supplies as well.
I mean, you could have gone any particular direction to do a cleanup. Why beach cleanup? Why that particular area?
Okay, well, the reason I chose a beach cleanup is because, I don't know, I mean, we all live in Trinidad, and I think that anytime I go to the beach, I feel so much better, and I believe it's the sea air and everything, just the environment. And I thought it was a good way to introduce World Mental Health Day to everyone. It's an observance of World Mental Health Day, which is today. And I thought just by coming out and doing a community service, cleaning up the environment, getting everybody involved, getting to know each other from social media onto something like this. And it's just to do something as a community effort. And I thought it was a really good idea.
Yeah, indeed, it is. And, when I consider beach cleanups, whether it's the West Coast, whether people head sometimes to the East Coast, there, Manzan, down the islands, as in also need of a major touch-up. Places like Shaka Shakari, I always get involved and very happy to see people come out. And there seems to be a community, you know, sometimes music playing, somebody making a little duck on the side and gloves on, and people just, you know, just doing the beach cleanup.
Yes.
And, you know, the amount of bags sometimes after you say, wow, you couldn't believe there's all that bottle and stuff there, debris on the beach. I want to ask you, though, in terms of for parents, for families looking on, what advice you want to tell them as it pertains to, you know, mental health, especially within the family? Do you think that we're making headway? Are we having greater conversation in that regard, you know, concerning mental health?
Honestly, I think that mental health issues on the whole is still a taboo subject. And this, I think, is the reason why I formed the foundation in the first place, because I believe that families need the support. There are a lot of people that have not been diagnosed, but there are almost 300 and something thousand the last time that I did a survey of people actually diagnosed with a mental illness in Trinidad, and we only have a population of what, 1.4 million. So that's a great you know, that's a great percentage of the population that actually has been diagnosed. I think people are afraid because of ostracizing, and they are afraid to speak out. But through the foundation and through the TikTok account and everything, I have reached so many people, and a lot of people reach out for help. So I would give them the hotline number. If somebody is suicidal, I would give them information of where they can go for mental health, like mental health clinics that are across the country. I give that type of support. I also think that it is important for parents to ask a lot of questions, especially if you notice that your child or teenager, or even if it's an adult, a young adult, is displaying signs of, you know, like a big change in their life. So you find that it's either they're not sleeping enough or they're sleeping too much. There are so many signs to look out for that you can tell something is going on. And I think we tend to ignore it because it's like a stigma, and you don't want to say, my child mad. You know, that's the first thing people will say, look at a madman walking down the road. So a lot of people are hesitant to come out and speak about it, and I think that that has to stop.
How do people get in touch with the foundation? Because it seems like your whole spirit and your aura, I'm sure many are very comfortable to share with you, to talk with you, and I know based on your own personal experience, you also want to share and to help people, I would imagine. So how do they contact the foundation, and what other major events you'll do for the year? That's the final two questions there.
Okay, well, we are on Facebook. It's called the Brandon Gunpad Foundation. And we have an email address, which is the brandongunpadfoundation@gmail.com. So you can reach us there to get any assistance if you need someone to talk to. And, well, the other events that I have coming up is that I would like to visit different places, like an old age home or an orphanage, through the foundation to provide some type of support with regards to mental health. Just do something nice for them, like for Christmas or something, you know, so that they would feel encouraged. That in itself will boost.
And I want to thank you, Terry, for all the support you would have shown me over the years in terms of, you know, that connection via radio and now TV. And I'm really happy to have you on. Let's put the information back up one more time. Tomorrow, small boats, go on down, gloves, well, the bags and stuff will be provided. If you want to walk with your gloves, I'll say walk with your gloves and stuff, and just come with your good energy and join the team at the Brandon Gunpad Foundation for the beach cleanup from 9 a.m. And I'm sure they're going the distance, right? So be part of it, and let's do something not only for the environment, but do something for yourself tomorrow. Terry, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yes. Up next, we get into some details. It's a Dove Day, the Self-Esteem Project. The Managing Director of Unilever Caribbean Limited joins me to give all the intimate details.
Richmond Park for the home that is uniquely you. Choose your own contemporary design, including 2-story homes that suits your lifestyle. Enjoy family walks in our pet-friendly spacious community with scenic views of the Northern Range. Choose your own parcel of land and create your own dream home, including fixtures, fittings, and aesthetics that define who you are. Richmond Park, where home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. Madras Road, Canopia, Airport, and shopping centers nearby. Call 355-7703.
Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung, and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Period nights don't have to look like this. Move less, wake up to change. So change for a real night's sleep with Always Overnight. Its 3 times protection system absorbs, locks the fluid, and keeps it away from your skin. For protected nights without leaks. Always.
Southern Food Basket. Quality food to fill your basket. Get it all at Southern Food Basket. Fresh goods on every aisle with best prices. For the best market around, high quality meats pound for pound. Get the best for less, start shopping. Go to Southern Food Basket. Shopping how you like it. High quality at the best prices. Every aisle just wide and spacious. So spend less at Southern Food Basket. Good food at great prices for sure. Come get what you're looking for.
Let the divine lights of the Dias bring victory over darkness into your life. Happy Diwali to all. A message from Kaleidoscope Paints Limited.
Dominica, this is the Burning Flame straight out of Antigua, and we're coming to blaze up the stage for the 25th edition of the World Creole Music Festival. October 24th to 26th. You ready for the real fire? The real jam and the real party? You can't miss this one. See you in Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean. Blow, 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 blow.
Always great to have our friends from Unilever on the set. The managing director, a matter of fact, of Unilever Caribbean Limited, Janelle Lambie. She joins me on set to discuss the self-esteem project for today. Is today officially Dove Day, Janelle?
Well, actually, Dove Day, we're doing a week next week, actually.
Fantastic,
so for Trinidad, it'll be Dove Week. It's actually going to be next week, from Monday to Friday.
Fantastic. And what a great initiative. I know, obviously, the product, the brand itself, it's been associated with so much of that over the years. That's really your ethos. Tell me the importance of Unilever aligning themselves with this particular self-esteem project. What is it all about?
Okay, great. So Dove has always been an advocate for real beauty, always been promoting self-confidence in women. When you look at a lot of the advertising, all of the advertising for Dove, they use real women in their advertising, not models, and that's purposeful. They want women to see themselves as diverse as we all are, and to celebrate themselves at all stages of life. So Dove is being a big promoter of self-esteem. We have a global program, the Dove Self-Esteem Project, which we at Unilever are bringing to Trinidad and Tobago locally. It is a project consisting of workshops in various schools. That's how we're going to start. Led, by some professionals and developed with research-based content, so that students can learn about self-confidence. They can identify some of the unrealistic beauty standards that they're being held to in today's world. And they can really tap into the things that make them unique and celebrate themselves.
Indeed. I want to be frank this morning, and we're having an honest conversation. We know that sometimes low body confidence could impact friendships, the way you perform at school. It could impact your health. We all remember going to school, and they might have had that person who people might avoid because of that particular issue. Does this particular project address that, and how do you all plan to help in that regard?
Yes, so for Dove, the idea is that beauty should be a source of confidence, not anxiety. So it comes back to what the definition of beauty is, right? And really helping our young people develop the tools they need to navigate those pressures. Young people today are faced with some unique challenges, especially with social media and what they're being fed as really unrealistic ideals. So the program is really to help young people tap into their unique nature. Everyone has something unique about themselves, something that is special, something that influences how they show up in the world and how they can contribute. And by helping our young people, giving them the tools to really search within and understand themselves and build their own confidence and esteem, they can then, feel more comfortable showing up, asking questions in class, being their true selves. It will definitely impact their relationships with themselves and with others.
Indeed. Does Dove plan to engage any kind of workshops, like go out and meet with the youngsters?
Yes, so we are starting next week. Over the course of the full week next week, we will be having workshops at various schools across the country. And this is just a start. The workshops are quite interactive. They have been developed with the Center for Appearance Research. It is a world-leading institution on body image studies. So the workshops are very evidence-based, right? They are interactive activities that help the young people to get engaged and help them to think critically about beauty, help them to think critically about, their own unique individual gifts, their talents, and really to try to shift their thinking so that they can discover themselves, discover what makes them special, and really embrace that.
I recognize this is even going beyond, this project is even beyond the product itself. It's really to empower the young people, give them an opportunity to tap into the limitless potential.
Absolutely. It is definitely the vision of Dove, is to go beyond providing great products, which we do, and beyond taking care of the external, the skin, the hair, and just really building a healthier mindset so that your own self-image comes from within.
Indeed. So as it pertains to the project itself, you said that you're going to do some rollouts next week, engage with the youngsters. I would imagine some giveaways inside there too?
Some gifts to help the young people. Some gifts to help the young people to discover themselves. I don't want to give away the surprise, but the gifts are also very practical and linked to the activities. Right.
So this is, this is clearly a massive activation. You mentioned Dove Day being next week, and the whole week, it's a week of celebration. But in terms of your role as MD, I just want to kind of ask you personally, one of your greatest takeaways with your particular role working with the product, what gives you a sense of purpose when it's all said and done?
Right, great question. So I think for me personally and for us at Unilever, we see it as our responsibility to give back and to embrace how we can help our young people. Dove is an exceptional brand, and aligning to the message and the vision of Dove in terms of self-confidence, body positivity, and inclusivity. I think this is a message that it's much needed in Trinidad and Tobago. Our young people are faced with a lot of challenges. They live in a world with constant comparisons, a lot of filters, a lot of unrealistic expectations. And really, we need to equip them and their teachers, with the tools they need to identify these things. It's a different world they're living in. So we see it as our responsibility to have a very active role in that, to go beyond just providing exceptional products, and this is our way of giving back. The activities next week are just the start. Our intention is to really embed self-esteem education in our school system, so we will be working long-term. This is a long-term goal, and we'll be working with teachers to provide them with research, lessons plans, different activities that they can then incorporate year-round to assist with how they interact with their students to help boost their self-esteem.
You know, when you look at the bigger picture globally, I'm seeing that the commitment by 2030 is to reach about 250 million young people. That's a very ambitious and fantastic goal. When we consider the local market, the trade, how vibrant, how much of the local market, because yes, you know, we live in a competitive world, but Dove, it's a brand and a name that's synonymous with a certain level of excellence. And clearly with this engagement, I think you will reach even more of your customers, young people especially here at home.
Yes, that is definitely the intention. We want to really embed self-esteem education into our system and really make it more accessible to all. It is something that every single young person needs. And you know, today being World Mental Health Day as well, this is where the foundation, it's an opportunity to help lay the foundation for a healthy mental perception of oneself.
Indeed. Janelle, as we wrap things up, I want to give you a chance to say hi to your team. I mean, you're at the head, but I'm sure there are so many that are part of this journey there with you, so you could take a moment to...
Absolutely. I want to thank my team and encourage you all to show up next week when we are all, you know, encountering training, preparing to engage with the young people next week. So thanks to our vast team at Unilever and all our support vendors as well who are supporting us. And we're looking forward to taking this initiative forward.
You're actually going into the schools itself?
We're actually going into the schools itself, yes.
Primary and secondary or secondary?
For now, just secondary schools. We're targeting the Form 1 students for now.
Yes.
And then, like I said, this is just the start. We have plans to grow this out further.
Well, for sure. I mean, keep us posted. Any further developments, touch base, let us know.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's right.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. It's the Self-Esteem Project. Again, it's all part of the Dove Day, or let's say probably Dove Week, because it's going to be a whole week of engagement and celebration. And by all means, when we look at Dove and what they've been doing, I'm looking at the details here. So much information. You know, you see a product, right? And you don't even realize that there is so much behind the name and the brand and the ethos that you all are going forward with. It's one that we endorse.
Absolutely.
Yeah, congrats.
Absolutely.
Congrats in that regard. Janelle Lambie, ladies and gentlemen, Managing Director of Unilever Caribbean Limited. With that, we get ready for the 7 a.m. news update. Much, much more after 7.
Presenting the most modern pharmaceutical facility in the country, Food Basket Hyperfarm Pharmacy Food Basket Complex, Arima. We stock the widest range of health and beauty products, baby supplies, stationery, fragrances, and cosmetics. Our organic, sugar, and gluten-free products cater to vegans and the health conscious. A wide assortment of dispensary medication and over-the-counter items at the most affordable prices. Make Hyperfarm Pharmacy your choice. Located on the compound of Food Basket Complex, Arima.
Join Pastor Gino Jennings for our second Trinidad and Tobago Holy Convocation at the Centerpoint Mall, Centrum Auditorium, 325 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, Trinidad. Services are Saturday, October 11th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, October 12th at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Again, Centerpoint Mall, 325 Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, Trinidad. Saturday, October 11th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, October 12th at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. For information, call 267-989-9189.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Jesse Ramde with headline news here on CNC3 and the TBC radio network. Even with a UNC government in power, David Lee believes something does not sit well with his rearrest. Lee and businessman Hugh Leong Poi were both rearrested this week and granted bail. The housing minister isn't saying whether he has any plans to step aside during the course of the case, but both he and his colleague, Philip Edward Alexander, say there have been no interruptions at the ministry.
I mean, everybody was, of course, shocked and taken aback, but everybody knows the gentleman that we're dealing with and that this obviously is something that was acquitted before, so we expect to be acquitted again.
In other news, international consultant and former Jamaican ambassador Curtis Ward says Prime Minister Kamla Bissau-Bissessa has broken with CARICOM's zone of peace policy by welcoming U.S. military forces. His comments follow reports of a U.S. aircraft at Piaco and suspicious aircraft over Point Fortin. Grenada's Foreign Affairs Ministry confirms the U.S. has made a request for the temporary installation of radar equipment and technical personnel at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Speaking to CNC3 News yesterday, Ward says if Grenada agrees, the move could deepen divisions within CARICOM and shift regional dynamics, particularly given U.S. interests in Venezuela. But regional security expert and consultant strategist Dr. Gavin Hira warns the perceived military presence could make Grenada a focal point in geopolitical tensions. And former Prime Minister and former Energy Minister Stuart Young, who previously led PNM's efforts to secure OFAC authorizations for the Dragon project, questions government silence on the specifics of what he described as a 6-month provisional license. In a Facebook post, Young accused the current UNC administration of hypocrisy. According to him, the UNC once demanded weekly updates from the PNM when in opposition, but is now withholding details under the guise of confidentiality. Young said government must tell the country what it promised to get this provisional OFAC license. Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal swiftly hit back, accusing Young of political grandstanding and dismissing his criticisms as baseless. Responding to questions from CNC3, Munilal said, quote, "We promise that the PNM and Stuart Young will be no part of the energy future." Economist and international relations expert Dr. Anthony Gonzalez said the OFAC authorization marks an important diplomatic opening. Well, those were 7 a.m. news headlines. We'll have another news update at 8 a.m. on the TBC Radio Network.
My name is Kyron Pollard, and I approve this message.
World-renowned cricketer Kyron Pollard.
I've been playing cricket for most of my life, and I don't know what it feels like to wake up and not be sore. If Omega XL works for me, it will work for you.
Don't let pain stop you from living your life. Chronic inflammation equals pain and disease. Reduce inflammation, reduce pain.
Omega XL can empower you to keep doing what you love. Don't let joint discomfort hold you back.
Live long, stay strong with the XL brand.
Visit your local pharmacy or health food store today.
Do you think all dishwashing soaps are the same? With some, they require more effort, and they don't wash as much. Try Dawn and discover its grease cleaning power. Dawn removes stubborn grease easier and faster than others. Additionally, it foam lasts 50% more. With Dawn, you use less product to clean more dishes and save with every wash. Dawn, triple grease cleaning power.
Diwali specials at Food Basket, Arima, Chaguanas, Champlain, and Gulfview. Nestle reconstituted 1 liter milk, 2 for $24.95. Nestle's green butterfly milk, 250 ml, 3 for $18.95. Good and natural cream of wheat, $14.95. Potatoes, 10 pounds for $20. Onions, 4 pounds for $9.95. Supercow full cream milk powder, 800 gram, $37.95. Shub Diwali from Food Basket. 4 locations: Arima, Champlain, Chaguanas, and Gulfview.
Well, it's hour number 2, and what a way to start things off. Wendy James, author, she joins me to get into discussions regarding Caribbean Folklore Month and, of course, the law folk. I mean, Wendy, when you hear author is next to your name, I'm sure that it's probably such a great feeling, growing up, having, I guess, dreams and aspirations, and then actually making it actually happen, and literally having product in hand. Look, product is in hand. You are officially an author?
I am, and it still feels a little surreal. The launch was in June, and still sometimes when I hold it, it's like it's a real book. It actually is.
Is this picture a real tree? And this is such a haunting picture here on the front there.
It is. So it makes the book feel a little spooky because of our characters, but it's not. It's not that spooky. It's a little drama and everything in there, urban fantasy.
Yes.
But it is.
Fantastic. So listen, I didn't even realize, Wendy, before we get into the book, give me some details, because I'm seeing here that it is, folks, I mean, listen, there's always a celebration, Caribbean Folklore Month. That's in October?
That's in October. I mean, not to be overshadowed by Halloween, but we have our own folklore characters. I think in 2021, the Caribbean Book Foundation started this just to let us get acquainted with. We have so many characters. We have Papa Boa, Mamalo, and everything. So we celebrate them as part of our culture, integrated into who we are.
So when we look at our neighbors up north, Grenada, St. Vincent, way north to Jamaica, do they also embrace some folklore characters?
They do. I know in Guyana you hear about the Bok and everything, Gangan Sarah and all of them. Everybody has their own, their own interpretation of a Sukriya or...
Yeah. Well, I always tell people that the original cinema would have been storytelling. People gathered in a circle, I'm sure, in the community, a bonfire, and somebody, centuries ago,
tell a
story, and you're able to visualize. And I believe part of the tradition, the oral tradition, remains alive with your work, with what we see in this modern time. Because again, it's folklore, it's just stories handed down. I mean, we can't say factually these people exist, but nonetheless, the way the story is told, the way it's written.
Correct.
You really tell yourself, I wonder, boy.
Yeah, you can't say they don't exist either.
Yeah, you say, I wonder,
Yes.
So what's the big takeaway? Are you going into detail as in explaining the different folklore characters, or is it a story of a particular character?
So what I did is I took the foundation of the folklore characters and I sort of reimagined them to bring them into the 21st century. So one of your co-workers could be a female, that's why they always like the beach, or if Papa Boy was real, I mean, he could be real, what would he be doing right now? Maybe he working in the zoo. So I try to integrate them into life right now, so tradition versus modernization, as we try to keep our folklore alive.
Of course, we must, because again, handed down through the generations. We can't afford the technology. A matter of fact, because of the tech now, I think we could even visualize it and, as you rightfully say, put the folklore into the modern day experience.
We can.
Well, I would love to know what the Duan is up to these days.
Yeah.
What a Duan will be doing, or even the Laja Blast.
Even the Laja Blast, correct. Well,
I feel the Laja Blast will be out and about, probably somewhere.
In a party?
Yeah, I feel somewhere in the avenue.
On a dating site, even.
Just waiting for you to take you in the forest.
Correct.
Oh my goodness. Where could we get a copy of the Lore Folk out from the shadows?
Out from the shadows. Well, I'm at Metropolitan Bookstore on Arupita Avenue, and I'm also at Scribbles and Quills in Chaguanas, Castro Street.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How long did it take you from concept? Oh, before we get into that, walk me through what we're seeing on screen.
Oh, this was the launch on June 28th at Metropolitan Bookstore. So I had a little bit of, paraphernalia to give out. It was...
Can I smile now? You can see the pride, you're beaming. Oh,
that's it. And I had support. This is my family circle. These are some of my closest friends because they are the ones who pushed me into this. I mean, since primary school, I've been writing, sticking copybooks together, and everybody waiting for another chapter every week. So it was a little push from them. Well, it can't just stay on your cloud. Let's get it out. Let's publish it. And because of how it is now, self-publishing, I was able to push it out.
Wow.
Yeah, this year.
When the boxes finally came in and you was able to, open it up, see the book, smell it.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Smelling a book is different because it's also on the ebook, but the
pages, there's a nostalgia, there's an intimacy when you actually go through the pages. Yeah.
Correct.
You could write, you could put your little notes. But walk me through, could you put into words that moment when you was able to actually hold it in hand and just say, wow, I actually did it?
That would be when my mom called me, told me FedEx had reached DHL. And I mean, my cousin said it when she got it, but it's a real book. And when I opened it, because you're watching it on Word, on the computer, but when you turn the pages, it's like, these are the words that were in my head. Now they're on the page, and now everybody can read it. It was really a proud moment to come from that.
Yeah, truly amazing. You want to give me a little piece? Or a sample? Just so probably.
Sure.
That's
not that you're putting me on the spot, but...
Yeah, just a little something.
So, out on a limb, as I tell the following story, I've taken the basics I know on Caribbean folklore characters and reversed them, reimagined in some instances, and even amped them up just a bit. Folklore has been passed down through storytelling for generations and are now open to interpretations by whoever chooses to document them. Hopefully, I've managed to weave an urban fantasy I hope you enjoy. Here's what I want you to keep in mind. And then I went through a quick little description of most of the characters that I have in this one. Papa Bois, Mama Lo, Sukuya.
Who's Mama Lo?
Mama Lo. She is, the fabled mate of Papa Bois. She is the guardian of the water.
Papa Bois, that woman?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? I mean,
all right.
You're supposed to have a mate in life.
How come I miss Mama Lo? I forget about Mama Lo.
They call she's half human and then she has an anaconda tail.
Oh, that is Mama Lo?
That is Mama Lo, yes.
Oh,
so you see, all right, you know them, but sometimes it's the names that lose away.
There's a famous one out of Tobago. Who's that? I think Nikisha, my producer, was telling me about that particular character as one that they said it's very, very popular in Tobago.
The Fair Maids?
I think the Fair Maids.
The Fair Maids, yes. I touched on the Fair Maids as well. You know, I didn't know about Fair Maids until I started to go through. So, of course, what you don't know, you have to research and put in.
Well, let's line them up, because let me tell you what I know. I know, going through the years with the folklore, I know about the Papa Bois, the Duen, Sukuya.
Sukuya,
yes.
Must know about Sukuya.
Ooh, Papa, I wonder what Sukuya is up to in this modern time, right?
Correct.
Sukuya.
The Lagahu.
Right. Laja Bless. Duen.
Duens.
That's about it, you know.
That's about it. Well, they have a few others. Gangang Sarah. Who? Gangang Sarah, yes.
What they do?
That's it. I still doing a little research to get into it.
Gangang
Sarah. But Chumbies, Duppies, and everybody.
Right.
And they're all connected to the silk cotton tree.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. So we have to pull them out because it's myth shrouded in a little bit of legend there to bring them to the real world.
Wow. Well, I tell you, I mean, listen, you know, we see every culture, every society, you know, and I guess Hollywood and these places, they're able to visualize it because, I mean, they will talk about dragons and
vampires
and werewolves
and we know so much about them. Yes.
Yeah. We
have our own thing.
Yeah, we need to embrace our own story.
We have to embrace our own story.
And as I say, I could only imagine going back if we could go through a time machine. I always say they've always said with the time machines, well, that's what they say. They say you could go forward. They say you can't go back. But if you could go back, I think it goes back to what I said. You'll see somebody somewhere in a village centuries ago, bonfire, telling these stories.
Telling this story over a meal.
Over a meal, I'm sure. And these stories live on, and now it's well documented inside the Law Folk. How can folks find you? And again?
Well, I'm on Instagram so far because I'm not a social media guru just yet. Wendy Writes Whatever. And you can follow me because I'm on a journey, and I'm hoping that I can take the readers along with me.
Fantastic. Plans to I'm sure you already have plans for the next book?
Yes, plans for the next book, and not just in the series. I have other things, but it's just that Law Folk was ready right now. I want to launch something early next year, maybe around Carnival. So
fantastic.
Let's look out for that.
Well, the author is here, my friends. Wendy James, Law Folk, all part of the Caribbean Folklore Month. Wendy, congrats, and keep us posted.
I will. Thank you.
Definitely. We come back with your segments This Week in Travel, and you get something and pave. We also got your daily health tip, all that and more when we come back.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
Would you recommend this product to younger people?
Age doesn't really matter. So I think if I was 17, 18 and I get introduced to these products, I would maybe be Superman. So
More Superman?
More Superman.
Absolutely outstanding!
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Do enjoy, Stacey. You want some coffee?
Can I have the
Perfect, then.
That's exactly what we need.
Hey, the pool is this way.
Whatever you're here for, We're here for you. Stay smart at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
In Hinduism, cow's milk is revered, and from the finest milk comes our ghee. When offered into the sacred fire, cow ghee carries our prayers to the deities, unlike processed vegetable ghee. From your devotion to your delicious dishes, you can trust Anchor Cow Brand Ghee. For all occasions, use the best ghee. Enjoy the best food and delicacies, and have the best Diwali with Anchor Cow Brand Ghee.
Let the divine lights of the Dias bring victory over darkness into your life. Happy Diwali to all. A message from Kaleidoscope Paints Limited.
Parts World offers appliances of any kind for your home or business. For over 40 years, we have been selling, installing, and repairing appliances that fit your world. An authorized dealer for Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Electrolux, Frigidaire, True Residential, GE, Sub-Zero, and Wolf. Quality appliances from top brands backed by a certified warranty, qualified technicians, and a fully stocked parts department. Free delivery to most locations in Trinidad. Visit one of our 6 retail locations across Trinidad or check us out online. Parts World, where our appliances fit your world.
Welcome back. Let's get into our daily health tip. Enjoy.
The Daily Health Tip, brought to you by Omega XL, where health is wealth. Ever wondered what makes the biggest difference in heart health? Think about it. Your heart is a vital organ that works tirelessly, beating approximately 100,000 times a day to keep you alive and thriving. Despite its relentless effort, heart health often doesn't receive the attention it deserves until it's too late. High cholesterol and hypertension are more than just medical terms. They represent real risks that can lead to cardiovascular diseases, the leading cause of death globally. This is why it's crucial to take proactive steps to support your heart. Have you ever considered the profound impact a simple supplement might have on your heart health? Consider the power of a high-potency omega-7 blend. While omega-7 might bring to mind fish oils, a known source of beneficial fats, this supplement goes beyond just delivering good fats. It boosts your metabolism and supports your cardiovascular health. It works by potentially helping manage serum lipid levels, which include cholesterol and triglycerides. These are the substances that, if not controlled, can lead to clogged arteries, posing serious risks to your heart. By incorporating this supplement into your daily routine, you could lower both your cholesterol and blood pressure, critical factors in maintaining a healthy heart. Imagine gaining these substantial health benefits from one small, easy-to-take supplement. While omega-7s are less known compared to their cousins omega-3s, they play a critical role in managing serum lipid levels, which include both HDL, good cholesterol, and LDL, bad cholesterol. Managing these is key to preventing the buildup of cholesterol in your arteries, potentially reducing the risk of heart disease. But why is omega-7 essential? Daily habits such as poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, and excessive stress contribute to the deterioration of heart health. By integrating omega-7 into your regimen, you can counteract some of these effects by promoting a healthy metabolism and supporting your cardiovascular system. Imagine harnessing these benefits daily through a simple supplement. To maintain overall wellness, consider the 5 foundations of health: a balanced diet, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, and preventative health care. Remember, before starting any new supplement or making significant lifestyle changes, it is crucial to consult with your healthcare provider. This ensures that any new health regimen is tailored to your individual needs and medical history. Don't wait until it's too late. Your heart works hard for you every second. Give it the support it needs. Let's make heart health a priority together. The Daily Health Tip, brought to you by Omega XL, where health is wealth.
Where health is wealth. Up next, we get ready as always for your Poets Corner. Nathan Lauha joins us for a piece entitled "You Are a Fighter." Your Poets Corner, spoken word in full feature after the break.
Yo, Dominica, this is Vibes Cartel, and I'll be in Dominica for the 25th edition of the World Creole Music Festival. You better come see me, World Boss, October 24th to 26th. Everything fixed. Beer hits. XOXO, my love is very special. If you want it, come to Dominica. What is on the nose? Come on.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need. Welcome to ABC Doors and Windows, TNT's #1 destination for the best quality and widest variety of doors and windows. Enhance your space with our premium wooden, steel panels, fiberglass, and steel security doors, complemented by our aluminum, UPVC, and steel windows. Shop for the best quality and service at ABC Doors and Windows. Visit our impressive showroom at 1 Chancatrace, El Socorro South, or call 638-7184 to get started. Trust ABC for a better choice.
Need to upgrade to a better phone system? Contact the experts at Voice Outsourcing. In office or remote, our phone system allows you to take every call. Grow your bottom line by offering excellent customer service. Call 217-1895 or 628-8182 or email today.
So today, Chris, we are talking about screening and cancer.
The top 5, so breast in women, and of course in men, prostate cancer. We have colorectal cancers and lung cancers being the heavy hitters. And then especially in our young population is cervical cancer. So approximately 40% of patients actually present with stage 4 disease at diagnosis. Afro-Caribbean as well as Afro-American patients have a higher risk of having aggressive prostate cancer.
Tune in on CNC3 this Friday at 8 p.m.
The car. Don't stress when your getaway car gets away. Have peace of mind with CG United Comprehensive Motor Insurance.
This mask is itchy. Does anyone have any lotion?
We can't protect you from scary clowns, but we can protect you from motor theft and damage. CG United. Good like that.
Attention all listeners, are you ready for the ultimate news experience? Introducing the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, the nation's first and most subscribed newspaper. We deliver where others can't. With the widest delivery network in TNT, you can have the Guardian delivered right to your doorstep or office every single day. Take advantage of our special annual subscription offer so you can stay on top of the leading stories even when you're on the go. Sign up today. Time is running out. Inquire about our 3-month and 6-month packages as well.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are.
it's always a pleasure to have our spoken word performers, and with us, Nathan Lower. First time Nathan is here with me on the program. I look forward to his piece and more or less look forward to his story. Tunapuna native.
Yeah, man.
Brother, respect, man. And right now he's in training to be a teacher. So that's a good look too, and definitely, you know, a man who is going to not only give us, you know, performance and inspiration via words, but as I mentioned, I look forward to his story. When did it start for you, Nathan, in terms of discovering this talent, putting pen to paper, and more so making the decision to share your work with the general public?
Well, I was always a performer, honestly, but I realized I had the gift of poetry during COVID. I discovered an app called Meraki. It's an Indian app, and I started writing poetry on that app. I made a few Indian friends, and I realized I was really good at it. It was like when I started writing, I became a whole different person.
Yeah.
I don't know where all that knowledge was coming from, because I felt like I was too young to have all that knowledge, but when I started writing, I started using words that was beyond my vocabulary and all kind of things. So I realized it really was a gift from God.
Well, yeah, definitely, definitely. And in the early time, and then when you was now starting to do the writing, what would have been some of your themes and your topics and your talking points?
Well, I spoke about the things that was going on during COVID, of course, like the George Floyd incident, you know, the Black Lives Matter. I spoke about the different stuff. I spoke about racism. I spoke about, I spoke about my belief a lot too, you know, because I'm a Christian, a born-again Christian, so I spoke about that a lot. I spoke about, you know, love. I spoke about, you know, teenage stuff.
And this particular piece you're going to give us today, You Are a Fighter. Well, I mean, we're going to hear it, so I don't want to give it away per se, but is this a particular piece from that time, or this is a recent something?
This is a recent. I like to do new things, you know?
All right, nice. Yeah. Well, let's take any piece, and we come back and we touch base some more. Nathan, he's here with us for our Poets Corner. Always a safe space every single Friday. The only space on local television that we put aside time every week for our poets, our spoken word artists. This piece is entitled, You Are a Fighter. Enjoy.
Okay. Why do we clap when we are happy? Why do we cry when we are sad? Why when someone loses their temper, they are labeled as mad? That's sad, that is too bad. But when you really see mad, you find it funny, because true insanity is somehow jokey. But that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. Because we all talk to ourselves sometimes. We all laugh at nothing. We all frown at nothing. But to truly trip off, to truly lose it, is saddening. To snap, and you can't come back and you lose all your senses because of the stresses of this life. You feel your mind shrinking. You feel your heart turning. You hear the darkness calling. You start to hear voices that are not there. You start to see people that are not there. Like somebody write your name in a bottle because you end up selling bottle like a piper, playing pipe like Pied Piper. You're acting like Peter Pan, big grown man, singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. How I wonder what you are. But let me tell you something, brother and sister. You are sane. You are not crazy. You are a fighter. You are ahead and not the tail, above and not below. You do not have to turn to drugs or drinking or smoking. I want you to pray with your family when you feel like you're losing it. I want you to write. I want you to read a psalm. I want you to watch your palm. And when you watch your palm, I want you to hold your mother's hand. Squeeze it tight when you're losing it. And when your wife giving birth to your first son, I want you to squeeze she hand. Squeeze it tight when you're losing it. When you're losing it, I want you to play with your puppy or talk to her smally or go outside and feel the warm sun because God sent his son. God sent his son. And history will not remember you as a madman or a sad man, but a glad man. A man who kept his mind intact, who kept his character intact. Just because this world crazy doesn't mean it have to drive you crazy. So thank you. You are a fighter.
Yes, yes. Nathan, you know, watching you, Nathan, I listening to your delivery. You said you're a born-again Christian, you're a man of deep faith. I'm saying I could see Nathan probably if, you know, like a I won't say a full pastor per se, but like a lay minister, somebody I could see you delivering to the faithful. I could see unless you do it already. Do you speak and stuff within your service something?
Yeah, I'm a part of the worship team and things.
So, I see your net, I'm watching your delivery, I'm watching your hands, I say yeah. So this man seems like a man of deep faith, man. I love the piece. Obviously, it seems that you're putting your talent into a space where you want to edify and stimulate thought. That's the vibe I get. Like you want to give people something to think about, something to hold on to when you deliver your piece, right? Yes, man. So that seems to be the general ethos. What's the next step? You're going to take part in any competition? You're just going to put your stuff online? How are you going to spread this message to a wider audience?
Well, I'm here because I'm one of the Roots finalists for the Poetry Slam competition. So yeah, that is a means of me spreading my gift, you know. But I post stuff online on Instagram. As I told you, I post stuff on a Meraki, a app called Meraki, is a poetry app. So I post stuff on YouTube, Nathan Loa. So if anyone interested, they can check those stuff, you know.
So they're just looking for your name, or how are they going to find you exactly?
Yeah, you can just look for my name. I am Nathan Loa on Instagram, also known as Narrative Nathan, and you would see the links for all the other social media stuff to find me.
As we wrap things up, Nathan, anybody you want to say or send love to this morning who would have been in your corner from day one, giving you a support, lending that particular shoulder to spur you on?
Okay, well, I want to give thanks to my mommy, you know. She always supported me. She supported me in what I like to do and stuff. So I just want to give thanks to her. And yeah, that's basically it.
Of course. Yeah. Always important to have your mom's support and love and strength in your corner. All the best, my brother.
Yeah. Thanks.
Respect, man. Congratulations, man. Young poet in the mix, and he's part of the Roots competition. Literally, it's around the corner. When is the final?
October 25th.
Oh, that's around the corner. So yeah, all the best as you step forward. And kudos to the Roots team. Let's take the pause. We come back and get into your Get Something and Pave, and This Week in Travel. And then later on, Mohammed from the Freetown Collective joins me. New music, new vibration for 2026 and beyond. See you soon.
It's Jenny's exclusive Big Diwali sale. Get 25% off everything store-wide. Over 2 weeks of the lowest prices ever. Jenny's exclusive Big Diwali sale. 25% off. JD's, Princestown, San Fernando, Rio Claro, Gasparilla Mall, and M6 Plaza Chaguanas. Your low-price headquarters, JD's.
Victor, why are you still living with bad odors? Instantly refresh your spaces with Febreze. Smell like leftover fried food? Instant freshness. Febreze, your home smelling fresh and clean. Find the limited edition at your favorite store or supermarket.
Tile Depot Diwali sale on now. Stunning floors at dazzling prices. 12 by 12, $750. 17 by 17, $975. 18 by 18, $995. 20 by 20, $15.95. And 22 by 22, only $20. Visit Tile Depot Limited today at Bagney Chase Village. Call 234-4402.
Dominica, this is the Burning Flame straight out of Antigua, and we're coming to blaze up the stage for the 25th edition of the World Creole Music Festival. October 24th to 26th. You ready for the real fire? The real jam and the real party? You can't miss this one. See you in Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean. Blow, 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 blow.
Hey, welcome back. Let's get into our Get Something and Pave. So I took the team to the east recently. A matter of fact, right on that's Macoya Road, obliquely opposite the Center of Excellence. Well, you'll see firsthand what's going on there and why the motorists and all those in the space need immediate treatment. Again, If there's an issue close to you, anywhere in your area, reach out to us, and certainly we will come to shed that light and bring it so that the powers that be could get something and pave. So, up next, your latest installment of Get Something and Pave. We say pave it. JW on location for the latest installment of Get Something and Pave. I find myself here at McCoy Road, and I will present to you what I consider an epic failure obliquely opposite the Center of Excellence. Folks, as we proceed, this here is not only a pothole, it also reveals a leak that is wasting the much precious resource that is water. You can tell a cone was put to bring awareness to the tragedy, and the cone itself is in disrepair. And for those not familiar with the space or not familiar with this pothole, I can imagine at night you can find yourself in some serious problems. As we come closer, watch it. It is extremely deep. Watch. Wow, you see the splash? You see that? The stone is still going. This is failure obliquely opposite the Center of Excellence. This is not the excellence we want to treat with when we consider our nation's road. Powers that be, please give the residents and motorists and all those who live in this space a ease up. We say, get something and pave. Pave it! I say pave it! Well, you saw it for yourself, so powers that be, if this gets to your desk, if it's on your phone, this particular feed, we want you to sort it out and treat with it immediately. We say get something and pave. This week in travel, we head to Thailand, and it's going to be a fantastic feature, so I want you at home to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome to Bangkok, the capital of Thailand, a city of contrast, chaotic yet serene, modern yet timeless. 10,000 miles from the Caribbean, Bangkok pulses with its own unique energy. But beyond the markets and nightlife, this city beats with a spiritual heart. My journey began in a tuk-tuk, zipping through crowded streets to discover the city's most sacred treasures. Temples rise in golden marble, where Buddhist traditions still guide everyday life in Thailand. First up, Wat Phra Kao, the temple of the Emerald Buddha, Thailand's most revered shrine, drawing pilgrims and tourists alike in awe. And nearby lies Wat Po, home to the massive reclining Buddha. At 46 meters long and 50 meters tall, this unique statue gleams of gold, drawing many tourists to take in this masterpiece of devotion and artistry. Now to see more of Bangkok, I traded wheels for water. A hop-on, hop-off boat carried me down the Chao Phraya River, Bangkok's lifeline, linking more temples, markets, and neighborhoods along its banks. And with the choppy waters, it certainly tested my hopping skills. But I soon was able to hop my way to Bangkok's flower market, the atmosphere along the streets filled with fragrance, orchids, marigolds, and lotus blossoms, all with their vibrant color, ready to decorate altars, homes, and festivals. But onwards we go. Another cruise hop, and I arrived at Icon Siam, a huge shopping mall with over 5,000 shops, and also the infamous floating marketplace. Vendors are seen in boats brimming with tropical fruits and sizzling street food. Whether you wanted to eat some squid, ostrich, deer, or some delicious crocodile, the options were endless. Particularly, Thailand's national staple dessert, sticky mango rice, was seen at every corner. By nightfall, I was swept into the buzz of Bangkok's nightlife. More street food, especially if you're craving some scorpion or other insects. the nutrients needed to party at any bar, club, or any of the nearby party cruises. To balance the chaos right in the middle of Bangkok's nightlife, you can pause for a Thai massage to rejuvenate and party some more. And finally, a party in the clouds. The Tichuca rooftop bar sits on the 50th floor of the State Tower, offering a sweeping panoramic view of the city. So whether you're under golden sunshine or glittering night skies, Bangkok sweeps you up in its excitement and always leaves you wanting more. Angelo Chatadaya, CNC3 News, Bangkok, Thailand.
Wow, Angelo, what an adventure. I mean, looking at the nightlife, the boat ride there. Did Angelo say you could power up with some scorpion and other insects? That's what I saw there on the lineup, and you could get your foot massage too. Wow, very interesting. Thank you so much for that great insight. Again, this week in travel, we always take you to some interesting part of the world, or we can take you somewhere really, really amazing right here at home. So to you, Angelo, thanks for that truly amazing piece. Before we head to the break and welcome Mohammed from Freetown Collective, let me remind you that Monday, the budget coverage starts with me from 6 a.m. We're going to call it the Promises and Priorities. That's the theme, and my special guests will include the likes of Karen Nunes Teixeira, former Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Michaela Pandey, political leader of the Patriotic Front, Dr. Faith Brebner, Deputy Political Leader of the TPP, Shane John, President of the Trinidad Youth Council, Petal Ann Roberts. She is the Secretary of Finance under the umbrella of the THA. And as always, we will try to get you involved in the program. If there is time and room, we'll take some calls, field some calls, so some of the guests via the panel could get involved and answer your questions directly. Monday, the entire day is dedicated to Budget 2026, and the coverage starts from 6 a.m. Monday 13th, right here on CNC3. Up next, Mohammed. Yes, new music, new vibration for 2026 and beyond.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
Don't forget, we are Food Basket Superstore right here in Arima. Come see for yourself. From stationeries to household items and so much more right here at Food Basket Superstore in Arima.
I really love the variety. There's something for everyone here.
Make your home shine this Diwali with big savings at Jima Home Furnishings. Get an amazing 30% off on all furniture, including sofas, dining room sets, beds, and much, much more. Celebrate the season with Jima Home Furnishings' unbeatable value and transform your home with comfort and style today. Where everything is on sale this Diwali. Visit any of our 3 locations, El Dorado, Kelly Village, or Kuva, or give us a call at 235-4925, or visit our website at jimahomefurnishers.com.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. the CNC3 app. Download it today.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
What a great way to wrap things up. Of course, Mohammed from Freetown Collective joins me. As always, we must say full recognition to whoever you are, my brethren. Respect and manners. Probably next time for sure, but it's new music. It's new vibration. And before we even get to that, I want to really touch on the momentum out of 2025. Mohammed, obviously, Take Me Home. That's one that will play for years. And I've recognized, because I went to say farewell last week, still in Henderson, a colleague in media passed away, and in his funeral, the choir, church choir in the church, singing Take Me Home. They didn't sing the I guess the laugh-way part, but the chorus for sure, and they had the guitar man just play the melody of the verse. And I'm saying, I didn't imagine. Did you ever imagine that Take Me Home would have been like a kind of song to literally take people home? Was that even part of the thought process?
When we wrote it, it's just, it was meant to be a prayer, you know, to saying that people should return to the best parts of themselves. And then someone called me to sing at a funeral with it, and I say, wait, hold on, you know. But it just shows to me the versatility of good music, you know. The versatility of good music. So we could dance to it, we could laugh to it, we could party to it, we could feel to it, and we could ultimately, you know.
Because it makes sense, Take Me Home, and obviously, you know, anybody, I mean, once you go to attend a funeral, that's part of the language they use. The person is going home to their creator, going home to their family, to the Lord.
It's a place where your heart don't feel no pain.
Yes, and it's only when I really started listening again to the lyrics, I say, wait, this is really, it fits so perfect in the church, you know.
In the church. And
the choir, and I say, wow, I say, Mohammed would have feel so proud now.
Yeah, man, yeah. It's been a joy to witness what that song has been doing and how it's been feeding people and moving through people's hearts. I'm real grateful to Trinidad and Tobago and the world for how they've embraced it.
Even the visuals too, truly amazing. I recognize Tobago was featured.
Yes.
You really make Tobago. I mean, that's to me. They should use that as a tourism video.
Yeah. So big up the THA in Folly Augustine. Big up the whole of Tobago right now with that, because Tobago really make a connection with us, and we made a connection with Tobago. So actually, you'll see me soon next week, and then of course Tobago Carnival.
Tobago Carnival for sure. Yeah. Would you say the new song Kaya is in that vein of that kind of, because you're doing a kind of new soul, kind of new age Kaiso vibe that you feel I get now, the melody, the instrumental, the laugh way, as they say. It's Kaiso to me, but it's modernized. It's up to the minute Kaiso.
Yeah, when you hear the drum pattern in the beginning, right? Real people think we sample some older songs. People only messaging and saying, oh, let's sample this or let's sample that. No, it's just a drum pattern that has been used in Kaiso for so long. It's calypso, right? And we just taking that and layering the modern elements on top of it. So you're spot on. It is Kaiso with all the modern elements and all the sweetness that we want to put in it.
Yeah, we can't. You see, I'm happy that you're doing it that way, because Calypso is the foundation. Out of Calypso came reggae, soca.
Yeah, careful when you say that now, they get vexed.
No, they can't get vexed. Bob Marley say it, and if Bob Marley say it, and Jimmy Cliff say it on BBC.
What's now? Louis a hated man online for saying this now.
No, you see, we have people. You see, we live in a time where people will try to suppress the truth.
Yeah, but
that's just the time.
You can't.
I mean, the thing is, I've always said to people who question that, I'd say, go watch the BBC documentary on reggae music where Jimmy Cliff, around 7 minutes, 16 seconds, I remember the exact space, where Jimmy Cliff, who is a respected icon, say, yes, we were singing ska, and calypso was already established, and we took reggae from calypso.
Yeah.
So, I mean, calypso to me should always be in the conversation. We have put calypso in this vein over the years, like our old Cortina. Or Renault.
And we had to go, and that's the thing.
And that's not the case to me.
We have to go back in there now because it got relegated to the competition. We have to go back in there and take it out and remove it from that shell that it's been in. That, no disrespect to anybody, but that chalk dust definition. Because, you know, the elder got real mad earlier this year about the freestyle and all these different things, and he was stating that this is what calypso is. But when you listen to Stalin's style, Shadow style, Duke's style, they were all very different, you understand? And very, very much, you know, up to the times. You could play them right now and it's still grooving. So how come the calypso in the competition isn't feeling the same way? No, we had to take it back.
And I'm glad that yourself and the likes of, you know, Sneaky and Squeezy and all these different people, Greedy, men put in this
Terry Lyons, you know, big up Terry every single time, because it's not to say that we are the first people doing this work. Terry and they have been, you know, making calypso mainstream and pushing certain melodies and groove, you know.
Yeah, young brother, Tryhan, everybody.
Absolutely.
Let's be real. Before anybody, what most times when you look back at your own life when it comes to performance, for me, as a host, my first time on stage in school would have been
calypso
competition. Yeah, it's everybody start off. We don't really do a soca competition per se. You do a calypso competition.
Yeah.
Wow. So Kaya, new music. How would you? We're going to take it in, but how would you even describe it? If we used to put it, we call it what? World music, Caribbean, new age.
It's soca. I mean, but it is calypso. And what is soca if it's not birthed from calypso?
Well, all right,
soca is the soul of calypso, right?
It is.
So this is what it is.
Well, Mike is yours here.
Give thanks.
All right, new music, Kaya, Freetown Collective. Take it in, enjoy, and we come back and get some more details.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, the world. Please sing track up a little bit. Thank you. Step out of my dreams to my real life. Cause girl, I wanna know what you feel like, yeah. Come closer to me, let the stars align, yeah. In the middle of the night, you bring the sunshine. Miss Lady, she have a pot on the fire, burn a flame when she cooking. She have a government name, but I call she good looking, yeah. And she look innocent, but she know what she doing, oh. It's not the pot on the fire, but the seasoning she put in. She have me balling, Kaya, 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 Kaya. You drive me crazy, Kaya, Kaya, Kaya. Good Lord, Miss Lady, you drive me crazy, yeah. So I tell she, hold on, ride it. I love it when I see in front of me. Slow down, time it. I love it when I see in front of me. Hold on. Ride it. I love it when I see in front of me. Slow down, time it. I love it when I see in front of me. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. I love it when I see in front. She have a pot on the fire, but a flame when she cooking. Hey. She have a government name, but I call she good looking. Oh. And she look innocent, but she know what she doing. Oh. It's not the pot on the fire. Wherever you are right now, sing with me now. We go like this. Kaya, Kaya, Kaya. Good Lord, Miss Lady. Kaya, Kaya, Kaya. You drive me crazy. Kaya, Kaya, Kaya. Good Lord, Miss Lady. You drive me crazy. I see in front of me. Slow down, time it. I love it when I see in front of me. Hold on, ride it. I love it when I see
tell you, simple, profound. That's one that you could, I feel that people I can't say I feel, people are going to catch that really. The chorus, the repetition, the
easy to sing.
Yeah, easy to sing. You remember it. And the rhythm real familiar to, as you said, the pattern. That's
It's us. The minute you hear it, you just know this is us. Yeah. It's us. Yeah.
It reminds me of one of those songs go pam pa da da da. I feel
it have everything in it.
Everything in it.
All of it. You will hear it in it because it's us. It's us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously visuals. I guess you're gonna put some visuals on this.
Yeah. We're working on that right now.
Visuals, man.
Yeah, we're working on it right now. Yeah. There's actually a pretty famous Trinidadian model. Her name is Kaya, and she come online and claim the song as she own.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So she's gonna come down for the video as well. We're gonna, it's gonna be nice. Yeah.
Vibes, man. So you said Tobago. I know you'll be there for the carnival, but you have plans to go there before the carnival.
Yeah. Kyrie people has an event next week Wednesday called Runaway.
Oh, yeah, Runaway. Yeah.
Yeah, Runaway. So we go over there with All Star Brass. It's been a real joy performing with them and that kind of stuff too. So.
Oh, nice. So you're running on with the All Stars.
Yeah, we're running on with the All Stars, man. Jesse and the whole crew, you know, and Juice Man and everybody. So that just experiencing all of this too as a part of it, you know, these musicians who have been around throughout all of this time, and to see that you could create music that they respect as well and be on stage with them at these type of events, we having a real nice time.
Fantastic. And what I would imagine for those looking on outside of the Tobago experience, you know, Christmas corporate season coming up into Carnival next year, who deals with the management? You know, I never really found out.
Yeah, our manager is a guy by the name of Karen Niles, but we have a whole team of people behind everything that we see, you know, so big up the entire team, Tanya, Raynell, Lydia, everybody that's behind the scenes. And our marquee carnival event, Welcome to Freetown, is on February the 8th. Tickets are already out, so you can go and get those tickets too.
So in terms of bookings, how are they going to find you in terms of the management?
Get us at bookwearefreetown@gmail.com. But if you forget all of this, just search Freetown Collective. You'll find us on Instagram, and you can find everything you need to find from there.
So everything online, obviously?
Everything is online.
Nice.
And Kaya is up and streaming on all platforms right now.
Fantastic. Yeah. What I like is that the team seems, you know, very, very tight. You know, from the time I would have seen you from the very first performance to now, is the same members? Everybody's still there?
Yeah. We try our best. I mean, it's not that we don't have internal issues, it's not that we don't, you know, but like any family, the goal is to stay together, so we work it out, you know?
Yeah, good stuff, man. Well, Mohammed, congrats, man. I mean, you're back in it again, you know?
We here.
Yeah, we here. Catalog building right now.
Give thanks, and we have a lot more coming. We have a lot more coming. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah. So you heard it here, new music, Freetown Collective, Mohammed touching base to everyone else from the team. Hey.
And we got to big up Mevon, Have to big up Explicit Mevon.
Of course.
Sure. Because Explicit Mevon is the mastermind behind this particular production. So big up Explicit Mevon on this as well.
Amazing stuff. Well, later this evening, a matter of fact, we want to wish the Tobago team the very best. I'm already.
That's right.
Ready to run on.
Fellas, let we go, fellas.
Come on, it's Bermuda, folks. I mean, I love Bermuda, beautiful place. But when it comes to the football, come on.
Nah, get them.
Yeah, we need to draw a line in the sand and understand what time it is. Let's get the 3 points, and let's deal with them and treat with the business.
That's right.
So with that, have a great one. I'm back on Monday, God spare, for our budget analysis. Definitely the coverage starts from 6 a.m. We're going to leave you with the sound of Kaya, Freetown Collective. Have a great one, TNT. I hear
Brew is brought to you by Omega XL. Live long, stay strong.
You're watching